Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we discuss about the V curve of the synchronous motor. Basically, the V curve it is the graph between the armature current IA and the field current IA for a constant load, and the graph is like a shape of alphabet V. So thus the name suggested that it is called the V curve. So as you can see here, the V curve is plot of the stator current versus field current for different constant load, and the graph plotted between the armature current IA and field current IF at no load. The curve is often known as V curve, and since the shape of this curve is similar to the letter V, thus they are called V curve of synchronous motor. Now here you can see the graph of the V curve for synchronous motor. So suppose the power factor of the synchronous motor can be controlled by varying the field current IF. Okay, so as we know that the armature current IA changes with the change in the with the field current IF. Okay, let us assume the motor is running at no load. The motor is running at no load. In that case, if the field current is increased, suppose we are increasing the field current IA, so in that case we can see that the armature current IA decreases. Okay, this is the armature current, so it is decreases. As we are increasing the field current, so the armature current is decreases. Okay, until the armature current becomes minimum. So here the armature current is minimum. At this minimum point, the motor operating at unity power factor. So here the motor is operating at unity power factor in this line. And the motor operates at lagging power factor until it reaches up to this point of operation. So these are the lagging power factor. These are the lagging power factor for the no load. So after getting the minimum point, if we again increase the field current, then we can see that if now the field current is increased further, then the armature current increases. Okay, now the armature current IA is also increases and the motor starts operating as a leading power factor. So these are the leading power factor. Okay, and the graph drawn between the armature current IA and the field current IA is known as the V curve. And similarly, if we increase the load, that is the half load, then the full load, if we apply here, then we can also achieve the same pattern out here. Okay, so these are the leading power factor, these are the unity power factor when the armature current is minimum, and these are the leading power factor. These are the lagging power factor, these are the unity power factor, and these are the lagging power factor. So from the graph we can also see that when the motor is under excited, that means the back EMF EB less than V, that is the terminal voltage. So in that case the power factor is lagging and the motor behaves like an inductive load. Here these are the lagging power factor until it's reach the minimum point, that is the unity when the unity power factor. So basically when the motor is under excited, that is EB less than V, so the power factor is lagging and the motor behaves like an inductive load. And the second case, when the motor is normally excited, that is EB equals to B, so that is the back EMF equals to the terminal voltage V, so the power factor is unity. Here this is the unity power factor we achieve, and the armature current is minimum. Here also we are getting the minimum armature current, that is the IA, and the phase and in phase with the terminal voltage. So the armature current is also with the same phase with the terminal voltage V. Okay, and the last, that when the motor is overexcited, that is EB greater than V, so in that case the power factor is leading. As you can see that the power factor is leading, that means the motor behaves like a capacitive load. So that's the way an overexcited synchronous motor not only delivers the load torque but also improve the power factor of the three-phase power supply. So thank you.